Okay, Stephen, so we're going to look at the GoFly tip today on determining whether you're high or low and how your approach is looking. And we can do that from the time we're on base leg. Now, over time, you'll just get used to what looks right. So we're a beam the other end, I'll just brilliant check brakes, annecoes, the pump, prop, fuel, instrument switches, hatches and harnesses all secure. So I beam the threshold, bring the power back to 2800. Hit the nose level, trim, first stage flap. Through my right, through my centre, through my left. So I'm just going to fly a bit of a wider base and final, just so I can show you what it looks like when we have sync and how to correct it.
Kilo Charlie Hotel Robinson 44, Northern Bravo on, here work, on about 500 feet, ground.
So the first thing to keep in mind is when you're on base, let's get the radio call. Land traffic sling 8668 is base, runway 05, touch and go Calandra. So as soon as we turn base, we should be able to determine whether we're high or low. At the moment we're looking okay, but we're bringing the power off just to get us a bit low. So the main thing is to remember is to keep a good scan happening, so it should be attitude, airspeed, runway, attitude, airspeed, runway. So we're keeping that scan going. If we notice that the runway is moving up our windscreen, we've most likely got too much sync happening, so we need to arrest that sync by adding power. Power controls our rate of descent, so we can stop that sync happening by applying more power. We need to readjust our attitude to maintain a healthy airspeed of 70 knots. Turning on to final approach. If I'm too high, as I turn on to final approach now, the runway will actually be moving down the windscreen, which means I'm going to be too high, so I need to bring that power off to increase my descent rate, readjust the attitude now to maintain 70 knots. We're on final approach now, look at the runway, is it moving up or down the windscreen?
Sort of staying in the centre.
Okay, and now tell me what it's doing now. Is the runway moving up or down the windscreen?
Moving up.
Yep, so we've got sync happening, so we need to arrest that sync with power. So what you said before is right, the runway needs to be moving towards us, not up or down. "30 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet, look to the end, flying level, waiting for the sync. As we feel sync, we ease back, ease back, ease back, ease back, and we land. Keep on the rudder, hold the shock on where it is and let the nose come down itself, and then you can relax the pressure on the control. So, on base and final, as a general rule, if the runway starts moving up your windscreen, we have sync. We need to apply more power to arrest that sync rate. But if the runway is moving down the windscreen, we need to bring the power off. It's going to be too high. And of course adjusting our attitude to maintain a healthy airspeed. So yeah, the runway should be moving towards us like you said. That means we're on the correct approach profile.
Yep.